People of Reddit, what's that one small business local to you that you believe to be a front for something illegal? I know it's been closed for years, but Whaley Dog, the 9,000 different vape and kratom stores in Greenville, or the Rock Gem store downtown. Maybe they have online sales, but how do they afford Main Street rent? Zorba Lounge has that old mafia vibe. Many years ago, maybe 10, my ex-wife and I stopped on Woodruff Road at a furniture store. It was used furniture. We go in, look around, and all of the stuff looked like it was from the 70s and 80s. It all had very new prices, very overpriced. To one side of the building was a desk, and behind it a big burly guy. He doesn't get up, but he's like, "You guys want to look at some furniture?" We left. To this day, we joke about how that place was a money laundering front. Dream Cars of the Carolinas when it was open. They only dealt in cash, and 90 of their cars had been sitting for so long that the tires had all gone flat. When I had went the first time looking for a recommendation for a mechanic on a classic Chevy, they acted like they'd never even heard the word mechanic before. They also told us they only deal in classics even though they had a 2008 Ferrari California and a 2009 Audi R8 with 60,000 miles they were selling for $110,000 in 2016. Both my father and I are still convinced it was a front for a drug ring or fraud scam. It was just a weird-ass vibe in there overall, and the guy running it was either playing stupid or was absurdly ignorant about cars in general. I think it's closed now, but Tanner's Big Orange. They sold food, yeah, but something was just off about that place. The hot dogs as red as a fire alarm, the paintings of depressed clowns, weird. Rogers Stereo, last time I went there, they had nothing in stock. The displays are super old. I was there all day long for a stereo install, and at 5:0, they said they couldn't figure it out. There's a convenience store out in Malden, on Main Street. They don't sell any fuel, but there's a bunch of a whole type box trucks outside. All the products are super dusty, and the candy snacks expired. I went in there one time to get work snacks, and it was a really weird experience. Yokio Spa is almost certainly involved with sex trafficking. Hot take probably, but Don Vicente on North St. Place is perpetually empty. The rent at a place that large has to be insane. Food is mediocre at best. Their replies on reviews on Google are very entertaining though, LOL. That Mexican restaurant downtown that has horrible Yelp reviews and has been empty every time I walked by. The place that charges like $8 for chips and salsa, Cantifas I think. Okay, this one is for real, so you didn't hear it from me. Daisy's Chicken Shack on Poinsett Highway. They've been paying the rent for years now, and it's still not open. Edge and Lioness at Haywood Mall. There's a garage on Easley Bridge RD right near Judson Mill that is definitely a stash house. Two Mattress Maxes directly across the red light from each other. Definitely money laundering or human trafficking. I live in a top 20 location in the country. Great Wall Restaurant on Miller Road. Never see anybody there. Mr. Fry's behind the Haywood Mall. Pandora's Box in Cherrydale for sure. Any mattress supplier. The car wash on Woodruff Road next to the Verizon. Shit's been 5 different car washes and nobody goes there. BC the location is garbage, so they closed to open another car wash. Cripple Creek Grocery Canteen. Steak and Shake on Congaree. I've lived close to it for 4 years and I've never seen more than maybe 3 cars there. Wasn't there a Mexican store or something that got caught selling drugs or something and supposedly connected to the cartel? The 2 clocks on 123. Fines and dives in nothing but bullshit and garbage. There's this one small bike sports shop on Buncombe beside the Starbucks I used to work at. In the year I was there, I never saw anyone go in or out. Nothing stock-wise changed. It always looked the same. One time our bathrooms were fucked and a coworker really had to go. So she went over to them and the door was locked not even midday. Someone let her in to use the bathroom and led her to the back. She said there was a handful of people all on computers back there saying nothing lol. Skins, the running gag with my wife and I is there a front for the cartel, allegedly. The Mexican restaurant on Wade Hampton across from the Waffle House, it doesn't even have a parking lot big enough to run services and keep it open. Any of those places where Russians are doing armed deals in the back end, you have to walk through this 80s mirrored Red Walls bar, but the cheesesteaks are top, maybe legit just for those cheesesteaks. Belladina's is ran by ex-cocaine traffickers and their other projects keep falling through. Like the laundering wasn't working, including Vito's in Greer, the Italian place beside the old Pump House bar in Cherrydale. They have too many trash cans to not be hiding something. Every clothing store that's downtown Greenville. I've been in plenty and I've never saw another customer in there each time. Crazy Quesadilla at Hudson Corners. Someone needs to explain how they have stayed open this long, including during the pandemic. The Sticky Fingers on Main. Who is eating there? Surely even the tourists realize there is so much better food around. Half the older car washes, the ones you put in change and pressure wash your car, are fronts for people who earn their living selling illegal substances. That way, if they get busted with a lot of cash, their lawyers can claim it was from their business that deals primarily in cash. I saw a case file where a dude was busted with over $30,000 cash, guns, various drugs, and his lawyer fought for the return of the cash on these grounds. The judge split the baby and gave him half of his cash back. All the car washes and storage buildings. Many used car dealerships are fronts for money laundering. How does Long John Silver's A.W. stay open in Meldon? I have paid very careful attention to how many cars are there, and that one doesn't add up. I'm almost to the point of ordering the popcorn shrimp and ask for an 8-ball just to see the reaction. Not a small business by any means, but Mattress Firm. Have you ever seen a Mattress Firm truck in your neighborhood, Jays? The car washes ... How many do we need? Why has nobody mentioned the Great Wall? Koi Asian Bistro on Pelham Road, probably the best pad thai in town. All of their food is genuinely good except for their curry. But never, not even ONC, in the 12-ish years that I have visited that place, have I ever seen it even remotely busy. They have been flanked by a revolving door of moderately successful businesses that have drawn more customers than Koi, and Koi has outlasted all of them. Tie over, but there's a gas station that I've never seen anyone filling at. The price on the sign is always way off others, and the store is randomly closed up during the day while the open sign is lit. Any pool hall in Greenville and a lot of small bars. Pita House, all cash in 2024 is sus af. I think it started as a front, and it turns out people really like the food, so they just ran with it. The Great Wall in Meldon. It's been there for years. You hardly ever see anyone eating there. It's also been closed for renovations for I think about a year now. I have no idea how they have been open so long. There used to be a place on Woodruff Road where the newer QT is now across from Walmart that was just a brick building, no windows, and I'm pretty sure a barely marked entrance. I think it was a restaurant, but I was always too sketched out to go in the parking lot. There's a massage spa right beside local Q on Haywood Road. I'll go get some takeout. The place is open till 10 p.m. 7 days a week. I can never see inside because the windows are tinted black. I think it's the same owners that own the spa in the mall upstairs across from Manhattan, which is also always empty every time I walk by. I think it's called Pandora's Box, a dingy-looking lingerie store. I've spotted two and wonder how do they pay for the building, at least an employee, stock, etc. Are they really selling that much lingerie out of those places? Every one of the 10K nonprofits we have. The top dogs all drive fancy cars and live in big houses. Every mattress store. How about the dilapidated-looking building at the intersection of Sandy Flat and State Park RD that just has "This is a business" spray painted on the side? Those rock gem crystal shops downtown, more than one. I assume they do something sketchy, lol. Thanks for watching.